The cost of living is on the rise, and with credit crunches and economic collapses forecast, the situation looks certain to get worse. But the Freegans, an anti-consumerist culture group, hasn't felt the pinch imposed by politicians. Society's waste is their treasure, as living out of bins is part of their philosophy.
I'd personally say Freeganism is, well, what it is living for free, living out of bins behind supermarkets. What these supermarkets throw perfectly healthy food away. The amount of waste is absolutely ridiculous. I could probably feed the whole street if I wanted to, but I mean, there's only so much you can bring back. Documentary about Freeganism, was interested in going, but I didn't go for a few weeks or maybe a few months. Then these two girls mentioned that they was going, and I said, right, I'll come along with you. And ever since then, I've been going 3 or 4 times a week.
What sort of foods do you get, and how much?
Well, we get whatever food we want, really. The list is endless. I mean, we've had every meat under the sun: chicken, turkey, beef, lamb, duck, pheasant. It gets absolutely ridiculous. They're not all healthy foods, but on top of that we get a lot of vegetables like potatoes every time we go, carrots, tomatoes, eggs, bread, milk, a lot of salad. It might have gone past its use by date. That's the only problem, which a lot of people might get anxious about, that, oh, it's past its use by date, but I've seen quite a few scientific studies that say that the food's alright for a good 15 days after the use by date.
We currently find ourselves in a position where huge emphasis is placed upon being greener. We have brown bins, blue bins, red bins, and in between recycling anything from light bulbs to eggshells, we're encouraged to keep one eye on our carbon footprint. Freeganism is an extreme step in the right direction, but it seems not many people are willing to take that leap of faith.
About eating food out of a bin, which I'm not quite that attracted to. I'd rather get it fresh out of packet from the checkout. I mean, why can't people go in? Why can't they go and buy their own food? It just seems a little bit disgusting to me.
Personally, I won't do it myself because my mum's a doctor, and that, so she told me about all these diseases that knock about in places like that. And the food, you can't be eating it out of the bins. I mean, it's just unhygienic.
To be honest, the idea of routing through bins doesn't sit too comfortable with me. It's just the idea of routing through dirty bins for food that I'm not too keen on.
A lot of people cut back on luxuries to afford the basic necessities to survive. But it's good to know, if you change your standards of cleanliness a little, there are other options.